The first national convention marks the start of the national dialogue process. The national dialogue itself will take the form of public dialogues across the country in communities and sectors over several months. The process will culminate in the second national convention in the first half of 2026. The first national convention is intended, among others, to discuss the need for and value of a national dialogue in South Africa today, to outline and agree on the key themes for discussion in the national dialogue, and agree on the approach and modalities for the nationwide public dialogues at sectoral and community level. And finally, to set up a broadly representative steering committee to coordinate the implementation of the national dialogue going forward. For that purpose, the provision has been made for 1,000 delegates during the convention in the next 4 days. Today, 755 individuals have been invited from over 30 sectors and over 200 organizations. At the Convention Organizing Committee, our task is to ensure that the national dialogue process is handed over to a broadly representative steering committee that will be established at the first national convention. There is no need for unnecessary delays. We must move swiftly to hand over the process to civil society and citizens. Specifically, venues have been secured, organized with provincial governments for Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Northwest Limpopo, and Free State. Shuttles, Gautrain, and Prasa will be used for local transport. Delegates will be accommodated at 5 hotels around this venue. The reduced costs associated with the hosting of the national dialogue and the funding plan are done with the intention to reduce the burden on the national fiscus. The main costs for the upcoming convention are funded from the existing budgets of NEDLEC and the Presidency for Secretariat support, communications and logistics.
You see, the budget that people were talking about, 700 million and so on, it was a budget prepared by the preparatory task team. It's not a government budget. The conceptual framework of how that the dialogue is going to be funded was that 60% will be funded by government from the fiscus and 40% will be funded in cash and in kind by donors. The question was, what is this budget all about? It's a very important question. The most of the money that has been budgeted for, and it's still a budget, there's no finality because in terms of the government component, Treasury is still discussing with the state. Most of the money is going to fund community dialogues, which are going to happen at wards and sectoral in a way. So it is expected that we're going to have 3 dialogues per ward for the duration. I think it comes to like 18,600 dialogues. That is where the issues are going to be taking place. That's where ordinary people are going to be discussed about the South Africa they want, the vision of the South Africa they want. So that's where all the budget comes from. This is where, and it is still expected that entities are going to be approached, mobilized by the steering committee, by the EPGs as well, to solicit funding coming not only from the fiscus, because this is a people's project. It's not something that is really a government project.